The future is now for the St. Louis Cardinals, and today we are joined by one of their up-and-coming infield prospects, Deniel Ortiz, here on the show today. This is Locked On Cardinals.
You are Locked On Cardinals, your daily St. Louis Cardinals podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey there, Cardinals fans. I'm JD Hafford, and I'm your host for Locked On Cardinals, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, covering your team every day. This is a show that serves Cardinal Nation and gives you all the info about the birds on the bat. We're brought to you by 5 Hour Energy. Enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Visit 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters Tournament and ends on October 31st. All right, we've got a special guest here with us today. Cardinals infielder Deniel Ortiz joining us, coming from his family's home in Florida. I know last night we had a marathon game for the St. Louis Cardinals out in Seattle, 13 innings. Do you remember what the longest game you've ever been a part of is?
I know we played some long ones in Peoria. I think against Daytona, I think we played one. I think it was like 11 innings, 10, 11 innings.
That's a long day at the ballpark. Are you like just completely wiped out after that?
Yes. Long day. That's a long day in the field.
Yeah,
You'd
13
tired
innings
after
last
those
night for the
games.
Cardinals. Sadly, they end up losing that one by a score of 4-2. But moving on, they got the day off today. They'll be in Milwaukee this weekend. We want to learn about you, though. We want to get the info about your background, where you come from, and how you became, a part of this Cardinals organization. So, born in Puerto Rico, what was the childhood like growing up for you? Because I'm always fascinated about what life is like in different countries, and obviously Puerto Rico, a part of the U.S. in a way, but at the same time, a different country. So tell us about what it was like for you growing up.
Well, I started playing when I was 3 over there, and we start over there. We started very young, at a young age. So I started when I was 3, and I played there till I moved all the way to Boston. And like, it's a different game over there than like how we play in the United States. It's like over there, you're training like right after school. Like, oh, and in the US, you practice like certain days. Over there, like you're practicing every single day. It don't matter.
All right. Now, was baseball was that the game that you were always drawn to, or did you dabble in other sports when you were young?
Yeah, I only played baseball when I was young. I always wanted to play other sports, but I did. I at the same time I didn't because I didn't want to get hurt because I wanted to play baseball. So
Was that something that maybe the parents were also about? Because that was something my parents did to me in high
yeah,
school. They're like, it's great you want to play football, looks
yep,
fun, but you're going to get hurt, right? And it's going to ruin your whole baseball side of things. So that's probably
yep.
not a great idea.
That's what my mom used to tell me because when I got to Boston, they used to ask me, "Oh, you want to play football?" And I used to be like, "Mom, can I play football?" And they wouldn't let me. She wouldn't let me.
All right. What were some of the favorite players and idols growing up in baseball when you were coming up as a child? Who did you look up to?
I used to like Derek Jeter a lot because my family was like they used to like the Yankees, so we used to watch the Yankees when I was younger. So it was just Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, them players. So that's who I used to watch the most because we didn't have phones. I was young, so that's who we used to watch. So that's who I used to like when I was younger.
Some pretty good ones to keep an eye on. Have you mastered the Derek Jeter jump throw yet? You got that in your bag?
I could do it. If I do it, I think I can do it. I don't practice that one, but I think I can do it.
I believe you could too. Now, at what point in your youth did you start to, let's say, separate yourself from the other players and the other kids and stuff like that, and thought, hey, actually, I might be pretty darn good at this baseball thing? When did you start to realize that maybe you were a step above everybody else?
I want to say like when I came to the US when I was like 13, 14, and I started playing like the older people, and I was like, okay, I think I'm pretty good. I think I can handle this. So like 14, that age.
And you were playing against much older kids, like 16, 17-year-olds, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, were you always, obviously being a fan of A-Rod and Jeter, infield was something you were drawn to. Was that where
Yes,
you
sir.
play, or did you, pitch at all when you were coming up, or was it outfield, anything else other than just infield?
No, I always played infield. My dad didn't let me pitch. Like I would have liked to pitch, but my dad didn't let me pitch. He like he because of my arm, he didn't want me to get hurt either. So he
That, I
didn't
mean, it
let me
makes a lot of
pitch.
sense. You gotta take care of your kid. I understand.
No, yeah.
Um, so you came to the U.S. You ended up moving up to the Northeast. You said in the Boston area. That's something that I think people are going to be interested in. Is like, what was like your school situation? You come to a new country. How does that all
Hmm.
work? Because it ends up you're at Walter State Community College, but there's not a lot of people who know about Walter State Community
Yeah.
College. So explain how you ended up getting there and how you ended up, getting into to professional baseball.
Well, I how I got to Walter State, like I started playing in Boston. When I got to Boston, I started playing in this travel ball team. It was called the
Okay.
Dugout. And they knew like people in Florida. So like when they didn't have like a tournament, they will send me to come play with this team. And he knew about like a bunch of schools. So I didn't like I didn't end up having the grades to go to a Division 1 level. So we went to the JUCO route, and that's where I decided to go. And that's where I think where I took like the next step to be like a professional player. Like I think going to that JUCO helped me a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's got different routes. People feel like, oh, he's not at an SEC or Division 1 school. Like, no, that's not true. It's just there's different paths for
Hmm.
everybody to get where they need to be. And Albert Pujols, one of those guys that was a
Yeah.
community college guy. So that's great. I did some JUCO before I went D1 as well, so totally understand that situation. Then after you're at school and 2024 rolls around and you get taken in the 16th round by the St. Louis Cardinals, and I always love hearing these stories about what draft day was like for you because everybody's doing something different. It seems some people are with family, some people are trying to ignore the whole thing and just kind of keep it out of their mind. What were you
Yeah.
doing on the day that the Cardinals selected you in the 16th round?
I was I was watching it with my family. I wanted to see if like my friends also I wanted to see my friends getting picked up. So I was watching it, and when I got my name called, I mean it was amazing. Always wanted to be in that position, so and I got to be in that position, and I was very happy, and my home family was very happy.
How did you celebrate that night? You go out for a big meal or something? What'd you guys do?
No, we just stay home. We just it was like the whole family. We was just home. We would just have music. We was just in the backyard. My friends and everybody. So
No, that's
we
awesome.
just stay
Now,
home.
was it a surprise that it was the St. Louis Cardinals that ended up selecting you? Did you have any idea that they were one of the teams interested in you?
I like me personally. I never talked with the Cardinals, so I never like told like the day before the draft. So I didn't think that was the team that was gonna pick me, but when they called, I was happy. I was very happy.
Right, you're like, whoever wants me, I'll come play.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was part of you that was like, Yankees, what's up? You gonna call me? What's going on? But
And I don't I I don't care. I don't it's not like I wanted to go to the Yankees or no. Like that was just my team because that's who my family liked. But I
well,
don't got a favorite team.
Yeah, if you were gonna get selected though, at least it's one of the major old school teams. If it's not New York, then you got the Cardinals who have the
Yeah.
next amount of World Series championships. So
Yes,
not
sir.
too far of a drop off there. All right, we're gonna have more with you here in just a moment because I want to talk to you about your time in the minor leagues this year. Now that you've been to not one but two levels in the minor leagues, so we'll have more with Deniel Ortiz, prospect of the St. Louis Cardinals, coming up next here on Locked On Cardinals. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape ginger and lime flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with your friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game, that I can promise you. So whether you're out on the course or you just need a little extra push to power through your day, whether it's going to work, whether it's going to work out, whether it's cutting the lawn, doing whatever you're going to be doing today, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. In golf, of course, all about good times with good people and good flavors. This grape ginger lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion will give you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without ever having to leave the course or chasing down that bev cart. So now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip by visiting 5hewin.com. For full rules and entry, no purchase necessary, excludes the Masters Tournament, will end on October 31st, 2025. Today's show also brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season, it is here. Week 2 is going to be kicking off tonight in Green Bay, and FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer because right now new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you're going to get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app, and you can use it on anything. It's great. I love using FanDuel because it fits however I feel like betting that day, whether it's player props. You can do the same game parlays, which make life very, very exciting. A little stressful too, but very exciting. Or even jumping in live as the action unfolds. Every game becomes even that much more exciting. So whether you're watching the Packers, my Green Bay Packers, who are on tonight, or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup, enjoying so far the Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson experience that I was able to draft in my league this year. So I'm just hoping they all stay healthy. But either way, FanDuel is going to make it that much more fun to watch. It's quick. It's easy. It is the best way to add a little more energy to Sundays. So are you ready to play? That is the question. Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. Thanks for making Locked On Cardinals your first listen every day. If you enjoy your daily Cardinals content, you can follow the podcast on X at @LO_Cardinals. We're also on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Locked On Cardinals. Feel free to give us some feedback and let us know what you think of everything. If you got any questions, comments, put them into the comment section down below. We are joined by Cardinals prospect Deniel Ortiz, who was joining us from Florida right now. Do you have any Instagram or anything like that you want people to come follow to get any content from you, or you just kind of like browsing?
It's my name is Deniel Ortiz _27.
All right. Go check him out. Give him a follow. Because this year was a very exciting year for you, Deniel. It was your first official year in pro ball. What was the biggest adjustment for you going from playing in junior college and then coming into professional baseball? What was the biggest difference?
I mean, I want to say like the pitching every single day, because in the junior college level, you don't get the same pitching every single day. You'll obviously have one guy that is really good, that can go to the SEC, but you also have guys that cannot play in that level. So I would say like the pitching is the hardest thing to to develop in the next level from like the JUCO side.
Now, you started this year at Palm Beach, so obviously you're familiar with Florida. Beautiful place to play some ball, to be in Palm Beach to start things off, where you light it up, bro. 77 games, you go off. What are some of the things that you picked up at Palm Beach that allowed you to excel and succeed as quickly as you did at that level? Because it was really impressive.
It's just learning how to be in a routine, learning how to be a professional baseball player. I feel like that league taught me how to play the game and how to be a professional player and how to move on, like, and how to play in the next levels moving forward.
Yeah, some of the stats: 10 home runs, 31 stolen bases as well. If you had a choice, and I know this is because you want to do everything, everybody always does, but if you had a choice, you can hit 40 home runs in a season or you can steal 100 bases. Which one do you think you would want to do more?
40 home runs, 40 home runs,
40 dingers.
40,
All right, 40
40
dingers.
home
But
runs.
it is nice having that combination that you possess. You got power, you got speed. It's something that fans obviously are going to be very attracted to. A player that you're going to want to watch, somebody who can do a little bit of everything. In your eyes, though, because people are going to look at stats and say, "All right, this is what he can do." But in your eyes, what's another one of your best attributes as a baseball player outside of home runs and stolen bases? What's something else that you want people to know? Like, I'm pretty good at this part of the game too.
My defense and third base, like, it'll during this off season, it will improve also. The numbers don't show it that it's that good or that bad. I mean, it's decent, but during this off season, I will work on that and it'll show during the next season. So I
As
would
a
say that
third
was the
baseman,
thing.
I've also played there over at the hot corner before. What what's the scariest thing? Is it having to cheat in so much, like with the speed that some of these guys have these days, and just dealing with those missiles down there? What's like the scariest part about playing third base?
I don't just. I would just want to say like speed of the runners because we got players now that can hit the ball like 115 and they're like
Yeah.
and they can fly like so you got to play in and then like it's hard playing third base with some other players like that.
Yeah. The Cardinals have been very spoiled over the years to have guys like Scott Rowland and Nolan Arenado,
Yeah.
obviously two of the best to ever do it over at third base. So big expectations. Anytime somebody else comes up, like Nolan Gorman's playing there now for the Cardinals, and
Yes, sir.
he makes an error, and everybody's like, "What's he doing?" And you're like, "Well,
Yeah.
it's not easy,
Mm-hmm.
you guys. It's Nolan Arenado makes things look so easy compared to
Easy.
what they
Yep.
really are over there."
Yes, sir.
So here's a weird question for you, because like guys take care of their equipment in different ways. How many baseball gloves do you currently own? Like, breaking one in and stuff. How many you got over there?
I got this year I had two.
Okay.
Three because of I had one first base. So
Okay.
I had two for third base. And I used like one half of the season. Or like one day I will use with one jersey and then I'll use the other one with another jersey like that. Or like a
Okay.
day like that.
All right. A little
Wherever I
style.
feel comfortable that day.
Yeah, a little style involved. Make sure everything's
Yeah.
matching. I understand. Yeah, you got to look good too. When you look good, you play
Yeah.
good. That's what I've always
Yes,
lived
sir.
by. You get the promotion from Palm Beach to Peoria. We see these promotion videos online when people are, getting the call to go up to the major leagues. But what was your experience like when you found out that you were getting promoted from one level? You were going to go from Palm Beach to Peoria. How did they inform you that? Did you just get called to the office, or how did that work?
I was playing away and we were on the road, so I had to like we were gonna be on the road for 2 weeks, so I got called up on a Sunday, so I had to leave from Daytona from up there. So they called me to the office and they told me that that they're happy that I did everything good this year, that I learned how that I got better over the year, and that I was going to get out of Florida, that I was going to Peoria.
Yeah.
So it was
Obviously,
amazing.
cool. That's a cool experience, and it's kind of weird having to go from Florida to Illinois. Drastic difference in
No,
the
yeah.
change, the type of where you're playing and the climates
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. But moving on up, that's the goal of each player. So that's awesome. And didn't have a lot of issues when you got to Peoria. You hit 336 in 30 games. Did you notice anything different in the style of play from going from one A-ball level to the next one? Because you clearly adapted to how the pitchers were throwing to you pretty easily by, putting up those numbers right away.
I feel like in high A, they ain't scared to throw the breaking ball like more consistently. Like it don't matter 2-0, 3-0, they'll throw that breaking ball. So they ain't afraid to throw like the off speed pitches. So I feel like they throw more like consistent in the zone also. So that helps me, but that helps them also. So I feel
Yeah,
like
it's certainly a learning process because that's one thing that we hear about the minor leagues is that the pitchers aren't normally as good, so they try to get you to chase more, and they're not around in the zone. But as you keep going up, you find
yeah,
that they're much better at
yeah,
being accurate. There's going to be more movement, like you said. They're not afraid to throw breaking balls more at that level.
yeah.
The Cardinals have been putting more time and resources into developing more homegrown talent like yourself. Is there anything that you notice that stands out about you to the way that they're teaching and developing the young players that has made a difference in your game? Because we know they hired more coaches and they give more attention to everybody. Are you noticing that when you're
Yeah,
out there?
yes, sir. And all the coaches are like it's like they work for us and they want us to be the best version of ourselves. So it's been great this year, like the people that we brought in, and they want us to be ourselves. They want us to play the game hard. They want us to be aggressive. So I like what we're doing this year, and it was a great year overall. I
Yeah,
feel like
clearly,
I feel
clearly you
like it.
responded quite well to
Yes,
the
sir.
teachings because you had outstanding numbers this year, which has got a lot of us really excited about the future in this organization with you in it and being a part of it moving forward. All right, we're going to take one more break, and then we're going to do the 9 innings fun questions speed round with Deniel Ortiz, infield prospects for the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll talk more with him next on Locked On Cardinals. Today's episode brought to you by Nutrafol. Now you've probably seen a million ads about hair growth products and thought, oh, whatever, that probably works. Sure, it does. Well, there are a lot of products out there, and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything for you, and that's why you need to take a closer look at Nutrafol. It is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, and it's trusted by over 1.5 million people, and it's not just hype, you guys. This is a supplement that is clinically tested that will target the root cause of thinning hair and the shedding that goes on as you get later on in life with a proactive approach. In my life, I've learned that confidence is key in everything you do. You got to feel good about yourself to be good at anything else in your life. So whether you're at work, whether you're out with friends, or even just getting ready in the morning, Nutrafol is going to add that confidence to your daily routine. It's simple to add to your daily routine that you already have. It's 4 little pills. You take them with a meal. No prescription is needed. It's super easy, and you can feel good about it knowing that Nutrafol is NSF certified and backed by peer-reviewed studies. So see thicker, stronger hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering Locked On MLB listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Locked On MLB. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Locked On MLB. Thanks again for making Locked On Cardinals your first listen every day. For your second listen, check out Locked On MLB Game Night, every game, every night until a World Series champion is crowned. Get local analysis on a national scale. You can find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. We are still joined by Cardinals prospect Deniel Ortiz, who was joining us from his home in Florida, spending some time with the family, enjoying the off season, but was kind enough to join us here today. So appreciate you once again. Let's talk about some fun stuff, shall we? We got all the technical things out of there. Let's talk about food. What is your favorite pre or post game meal?
My favorite pregame meal is I like to eat like a chicken quesadilla. I like to be light
Yes.
during the game. I like to be light during the game, so I like a chicken quesadilla or and a smoothie, something light.
Now, do you do any cooking yourself? Did mom teach you any
Eh,
recipes or anything?
I don't. I don't.
All right, so chicken quesadilla, got it. What is one thing that you have to do to prepare your specific baseball bats for a game? You get a bundle, you get a box of them. What's the first thing you're doing with them to get them ready for game time?
I just go head in the cages and just hit in the tee and I just like them new. I like to see them new because I got new bats, so they're ready for a game.
All right.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you prefer for people who haven't seen any highlights or anything? I've already seen these, but do you prefer your uniform pants to be knee high, middle shin, or do you like to keep them long down to the tops of your spikes?
I will say like middle shin,
Is there a
middle
particular
shin.
reason why, just comfort wise, or do you think it looks cool?
I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. Yeah, and
All right.
I like all three of them. I like all three of them. I use
You
all
got
three of them during the
you just kind of
season.
switch around if depending on how things are feeling.
Yeah, I use all three during the season. So, but I like like the half knee one.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Favorite activity or hobby to get your mind off of baseball, which I know is difficult. That's your job, but when you're trying to get away from things, what's something you like to do?
When I was in Palm Beach, I used to love going to the beach on Mondays. That was my favorite thing to do. I would just go to the beach on Mondays and just go on my scooter and just go up and down and just do that for for like 30 minutes and then I'll go home. That was my
Well, now
thing.
you got because in Peoria, all you got is a river, so that's not
Yeah.
quite the same as the
No,
beach.
it's not the same. I gotta find something to do in Peoria now.
Yeah. Or maybe you don't go back and maybe you just go to Springfield next year and you got to
Yeah.
learn a whole new thing. We never know. We
Yeah.
never know. Future could take you anywhere when the next season begins. Um, you get a chance, and this is like fantasy right here. You get a chance to take one at bat against any current major league pitcher. Who would you like to face?
Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens. So you go for the top.
Yeah. You want it hard. You don't want it easy.
Yeah, Skeen's definitely a tough one. He another 5 shutout innings last night for Pittsburgh due to something else. I'll tell you that.
No, yeah.
We got Halloween coming up next month, guy. Do you plan on dressing up for Halloween? And if so, what costume are you gonna wear?
I don't think I don't I don't think I'll dress up for Halloween. I don't think I'll dress up for Halloween.
All right. Now I know you stay in great shape. You're obviously
Yeah.
working out. If you go look at his videos, you know this guy takes care of himself in the gym. But if you were to cheat, is there a Halloween candy that you like? Do you like peanut butter cups, something like
I
that?
do.
Or you do?
The Reese's cup. Those are
Okay.
my favorite. Those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. The Halloween. Those are my favorite Halloween candies.
That's the hardest part too, because as soon as you buy a bag, like it's hard not to just house
I
the
know,
whole
right?
bag. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Yep.
All right. If there was one player that, and people hate doing this because it makes you think that like, oh my gosh, he's got to end up like that player one day. But if there's one player in the major leagues that you're like, I got a similar skill set to this particular guy, is there a certain major league player that you think you kind of match up with?
I would say like Miguel Cabrera, but he's not he don't steal he I don't think he used to steal bases.
Yeah.
But I think hitting wise, like Miguel Cabrera.
Okay. It's a pretty
Yeah,
good one. I mean, dude, Triple Crown winner. He's pretty awesome. Yeah, not too shabby at all. He also did the third base to first base thing. So I mean,
yeah.
that's something that you've been working on as well. So that's very interesting. All right, walk up songs. Walk up songs. Obviously, it's always a big deal to get your mind, get your mentally ready to go for the at bat. What did you roll with this year as your walk up songs?
I did he was a Puerto Rican rapper, Omar Courts. I just did one of his songs.
And did you do it both levels, same song at both places?
Yeah, I did the same song in both levels. I didn't want to change it, and everybody told me not change it. So I was like, I'm gonna just keep it.
When you're getting the results that you were getting, yeah, it's one of those routine things. You're like, I'm not messing with nothing. Everything's working just fine. Let's just keep it going. So
Yeah, they
understood.
were like,
And then
they were
last
like,
question for you: our ninth inning, you wore number 37 when you were with the Chiefs. Any significance behind the number choice, or was that just something that was available, so you took it?
no, yeah, that was the only number available when I got there. So they told me this. I'm sorry, but this is the only number we got right now. So I was fine. I just wanted to play. I don't care about the numbers right now. I just want to play baseball. And
All right. Well, don't worry about the number on the back. The number's on the baseball card, though. Very important. And that has been a really good start to your career. So we're excited to see you blossom within the organization and continue to make your way up. And hopefully we get to see you in St. Louis here at some point in the very near future. 21 years old. So there's plenty of time to get you there. And we're excited about everything that's going on with you, Danielle. So I appreciate your time here today, bro.
thank you so much. Thank you.
And thank you guys for making Locked On Cardinals your first listen every day. If you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow on X at LO_Cardinals and at JD Sports Radio, TikTok and Instagram at Locked On Cardinals. You can follow Danielle on his handles as well, where it's just his name and his number. So check that out. Like, subscribe on YouTube, help our channel, our love for the St. Louis Cardinals grow. You guys are the best fans in baseball for a reason. We will see you next time on Locked On Cardinals.